Good afternoon, everybody. This is Gil from Swamp Water Conjure Botanica. I have had some requests on voodoo lamps, voodoo altar lamps for serving luau. So today I'm going to show you how I make a Papa Legba Vodou Lamp. Some things you're going to need for this are Haitian cotton. Okay, Haitian cotton is used as the wick traditionally. You're going to need some coconut oil. You're going to need palm kernel oil. You'll need bay rum. You're going to need a good oil for this. I like to use sweet almond oil. You're going to need a dark roast coffee, star anise, a couple of pennies, raw palm kernels, which is before, while they still have the fruit on them. See, this is a raw palm kernel. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make your base wick. This wick was made from an old tea light. See the tea light metal piece here? Well, I pulled the wick out and I threaded some of the Haitian cotton through this to work as the wick. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is just make sure you give this a quick little Florida water spray. And the next step, water. You want a little bit of water on the bottom of this, guys, because if the oil level gets too low, sometimes your ingredients will catch on fire. And this prevents them from catching on fire. You want to get your wick in there. You can center it. Now that the water's in there, it will kind of hold that in place. And go ahead and drop your oil on top of the water. You're going to want to hold that wick while you're doing this because the oil will make it float up. You can add some coconut oil to this. A few drops of coconut oil in there. This is palm kernel oil. Papa Legba really likes dark, very strong coffees. Okay, so you drop some coffee in your lamp. Some star anise, and that will kind of float on the top. I like to put a couple of coins, pennies. You can drop your palm kernels in. I like to use this type of bay rum. because the other type is a little bit mentholated, and I'm not particularly fond of the mentholated one. This can be found down at the Island of Salvation Botanica, or I sell it in my online shop. And then, last but not least, drop in a little bit of bay rum. Be careful because bay rum is flammable, so you don't want to go too crazy with it. A few drops is fine. And you can offer this to Papa Legba. You can offer it to him if you're serving him. You can give it to him even if you're not serving him. Because the great thing about working the Loire is we don't always need to get something in return. We don't always need to expect anything in return. We can give things to the Loire and ask for blessings. And that's great, you know, that's a wonderful way to do it. I was told by a mambo that sometimes if we just give and give and give and give to the Loire, that we're actually spoiling them. So they're going to expect more from you. So just remember that. Um, you don't have to go crazy when you're serving the Loire. You can make things for the Loire. You can do things in memory of the Loire, or in rituals like, say, Grand Bois. Grand Bois, you could plant a tree if you wanted to, and do that in his name as service to him. All right, I'm going to light this up, and then I'm going to bring it over to his altar. You won't see me doing my service part to Papa Legba because that's private for me. And there you go. There is a lamp for Papa Legba. When you're making a lamp for Loire, you don't always have to use specifics. I go with what the Loire asked for. So today, Papa Legba asked me for coffee. He asked me for palm. He asked me for coconut. And you know what? I'm also going to put a little bit of avocado oil in here for him as well, because he likes that. So that's that. Pretty easy stuff. Depending on which Loire you're serving, depends on what goes in it. And like I said, let them ask you what they want. You know, don't just throw it together and put it up on the altar because you don't want to make them mad. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day and many blessings to you. And if I don't see y'all, have a wonderful holiday. Ashe.